In 2010, due to global warming, Tzu Chi Foundation launched a campaign to reduce carbon emissions, which included doing 5 good deeds a day, such as saving water and electricity. Next, we meet 2 people who are doing more than their share of reducing their carbon footprint and learn some of their tricks on how to turn a slogan into a daily habit.
Using a shower head doesn't save as much water as using a water scoop. Look, I've only used about 1.5 liters of water.
Zhang Yuanbing uses 1.5 liters of water to wash himself. But how much water has he actually saved? For comparison, he lets the shower water runs for just 1.5 minutes.
Let's see how much water was used. 1, 2, 11.5.
In this side-by-side comparison, using a scoop saved over 10 liters of water. Zhang also knows the best method to water his garden. When using a hose, Zhang can water a patch of grass in 22 seconds. But with a watering can, only half of the patch is watered in the same amount of time. The trick lies in using his fingers to control the hose, which is tiresome.
There is no shortcut to saving water. One cannot grow complacent. When water should be saved, every drop should be saved. When water is needed, one cannot scrimp either. This is the real truth about reducing carbon emissions.
The 65-year-old even won an award in water-saving competition held by the Kaohsiung city government. In his retirement, he took up a leadership role at the recycling station of the Kaohsiung Jingsi Hall, teaching other volunteers how best to conserve water. Living a green and simple life, Zhang even brings his own diningware when getting food to go.
He's very friendly, like your neighborhood uncle. We take care of each other.
Zhang is following the 5 Good Deeds a Day campaign launched by the Tzu Chi Foundation in 2010 to battle global warming.
Taiwan's total carbon dioxide emission correlates directly with our economic growth. Currently, it's about 240 million tons.
With the increase of food and resource wastage, the Earth's temperature continues to rise. Decreasing the country's carbon emission, besides governmental policies, begins with each and every citizen.
Many people think that it doesn't make much of an impact if one person reduces their carbon emission, but it's not like that. If one person makes an effort and another person makes an effort, pretty soon it becomes a national movement, and the government will have no choice but to listen.
Although it is not easy turning a slogan into a national movement, it really isn't that difficult when simplified into daily acts.
If we want to decrease our carbon emission to international standards by 2020, then on average we need to cut back by 1.53 kilograms per day.
1.53 kilograms sounds similar to 5 good deeds per day in Chinese, and thus begins the basis of Tzu Chi's campaign. Volunteers young and old took to the streets to spread the message of simple acts to reduce carbon emission on a daily basis. For example, Zhang's daily acts can reduce his carbon emission by 4.4 kilograms, far more than the average of 1.53 kilogram of the campaign. Another who is doing more than her share is Wang Guinan of Tainan. For both Wang and Zhang, loving the planet is not just a slogan. It's something they must do to leave the Earth in a better condition for their next generation.